Welcome to One Brothas Mind, and I am KD Smooth. Today we will question and challenge popular information and views from a B1 perspective, while we expose the real facts you need. We do this to strengthen your logical, critical, and discerning thinking skills. Because in today's world, hard choices are mandatory and they come with consequences. So you need all the information. And at One Brother's Mind, we do this from a B1 Yeshua the Christ followers perspective. Now, if you're not ready, you better get ready with Katie Smooth at One Brother's Mind. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Katie Smooth coming back at you with a new report from One Brother's Mind. Family, I said I wasn't going to do any more reports on this, but this whole monkeypox thing, but they're letting a little bit more and more information slip out if you put on your discerning thinking cap. So I'm going to do another one here, and there'll probably be some more, because if this thing continues to get worse and worse, I'll probably do some more reports as well. But because too many of y'all ain't taking this stuff serious. And you're not taking it serious, man. And you desperately need to be taking it serious. Okay? So let's get right into it. Actually, before we do, family, remember to smash the likes, share on all your social media, and make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your people are subscribed to One Brother's Mind. We're trying to build this channel because we provide you with the information and facts you need. All right, so let's get right on into this here. What's going on? Public health advocates are saying the government is not responding correctly to the monkeypox. So I know some of y'all, a lot of y'all, somebody go, Katie Smooth, you be tripping. Okay, don't listen to me. I got a report for you from y'all favorite places, your little info places, your mainstream media. Listen to them on this one. They let it slip out, but you got to listen very carefully. Okay, and if you do, you will hear what you need to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna share this report with you, family. And then we'll come back after this report and chop it up. Let's go to this report here. Hold on. Let's see here. Give me just a moment. Let's go to this report. Oh boy, where'd it go? What'd I do? Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. Well, technical difficulties, but we're going to get it together. All right. I think I got it. All right. Here we go with the report, family. This report is from CNN, y'all favorite spot. So here you go.
What you're looking at are monkeypox lesions on 33-year-old Adams' arm, legs, face, even his eye.
Right underneath the eyelash, next to the eyeball.
The previous week, he had gone to a festival, and after he returned, he received an email from festival organizers saying someone who attended had monkeypox.
Okay, real quick, fam. Did you hear that? They're not reporting that this was a homosexual man that contracted this STD, if you will. This individual went to a festival, a fair-like festival. And the festival sent out a contact and information telling everybody that went there that someone at the festival had monkeypox. Okay? Let that set on your spirit. I have told you guys time and time again in my monkeypox videos and pestilence videos, they've been lying to y'all about who can get this virus and how it's being spread. They keep trying to say this is a male homosexual community issue. And then before that, they were trying to say that it was endemic with black people with all their little images they kept putting up. They've been lying. He went to a festival. Right now, there's a lot of fairs and state fairs going on and little carnivals. You literally can go to one, as you normally would, and come home and you got the monkeypox. Keep listening, family. Okay?
Exposure that I can think of was on the 3rd of July. And then by the 11th, that's when I first noticed the marks on my arm.
That's important. It's called the incubation period, the time between being exposed and first developing symptoms. It can be anywhere from 6 days to as long as 21 days in this outbreak.
And then by the 12th, that's a full-on fever.
Within 3 days of getting that fever, Adam continued to break out in rashes, even in the back of his throat. And those were the worst. For days, Adam could hardly eat or even speak. The only thing that seemed to help, gargling with lidocaine solution. Had you ever experienced anything like this?
I would kind of liken it to a crossbreed between COVID, strep throat, mono, in addition to the pox.
Dr. Stacy Lane is founder of the Central Outreach Wellness Center in Pittsburgh. It's a center focused on LGBTQ health. She is also Adam's doctor.
He had a lesion on the inside of his lid, but if that would rupture, he would auto-inoculate his eye.
Turns out about 25% of people infected with monkeypox do develop lesions around their eyes. And if the infection spreads to their cornea, it can cause blindness.
And that was what pushed me to treat him.
That's right. There is a treatment for monkeypox. It's an antiviral known as TPOXX. It's been approved since 2018 in the United States to treat smallpox. That's a virus in the same family as monkeypox. And recent studies have now shown effectiveness against monkeypox as well. What are you seeing in terms of response to this medication?
Honestly, it's been profound. To watch the progression through pictures and literally melting away within, I would say, 3 doses.
But here's the issue. At least 4,900 people have been formally diagnosed with monkeypox. And as of July 22nd, the CDC says just over 230 patients have actually been treated with the medication. What is the level of awareness of TPOXX?
Yeah, I think it's minimal. This is a disease that is disproportionately affecting the gay community. And I think that until it really makes its way into the heterosexual world, that's probably how it'll be.
In many ways, the story of TPOXX is a remarkable one. Years ago, out of concern that smallpox could one day be weaponized, the federal government stockpiled at least 1.7 million doses. But now, even in the middle of this new outbreak, getting those doses to those in need has been a real challenge.
You're talking about a 5-6 day time lag to get that medication to you at a local doctor's office. And the paperwork and all of the bureaucracy to make that happen is very cumbersome. It takes a few hours of your time. And that's the barrier.
There's probably a lot of people out there who may be watching this right now saying, so this doctor's saying these lesions melt away. I'm sitting here suffering and I can't get it. That's a problem.
For sure. There's a ton of health disparities in the LGBT community. The major players aren't jumping to treat a disease that primarily affects gay men.
Even this interview, Adam did agree to speak with me, but asked that we only use his first name and keep his face hidden. The stigma is real, and it's painful.
They do associate it with being a gay man's disease or a bisexual man's disease, which I think is not a great way to approach it, because any disease can be anybody's disease.
Last week, the CDC did streamline the process for TPOXX approval, reducing the amount of paperwork and follow-up requirements. Dr. Lane says that helps, but it's still not enough. If this wasn't being defined or at least described as a gay, bisexual man's disease, do you think some of these barriers that you're talking about wouldn't be there or wouldn't be as big?
Most likely, right? I mean, we'd like to think that homophobia doesn't exist anymore, or that racism in medicine doesn't exist anymore, but I think we have lots of evidence to say that it does.
Lane's Pittsburgh clinic is seeing such a high volume of patients with eye lesions, she was able to get approval from federal and local health authorities to keep doses on hand in their office. But they are precious. They are kept under lock and key.
Yeah, it's valuable, so of course we put them in a safe.
How quickly did you think it made an impact?
Within the first couple of days.
Really?
I feel a lot better. The day that I was first prescribed, the pox on my hand, it was that big and kind of painful. But within the first 2 days of being on the antiviral, that completely decreased in size. And by the third day, it had completely scabbed over.
Okay, family, we're going to leave it right there with that report. Yeah. So, again, yeah, you heard it if you listen carefully from CNN, not Katie Smooth, CNN. I wouldn't be surprised they don't bury this report or remove it completely from off of the intranets, because they're letting the information slip out if you listen. Okay. Now, also on your screen, I got this image on your screen. This sister, she contracted it, but wait a minute. I thought it was a homosexual male virus. So how did the sister get it? My point to y'all is they are lying. Lord have mercy. If y'all listening to mainstream reports, most of them are lying. Now, that was a CNN report. Every now and then, they'll let some truth slip out. And you got to have your discernment ears on to catch it. Okay? But in general, they lying, y'all. So, the points that I made in all of my reports on the monkeypox here when it first started popping up is, one, they're lying. It's not just black people that get it. And it's not just a virus for the male homosexual community. Anybody can get this. Anybody and everybody will get it. Okay? As you heard in the first part of the report from CNN, that man just went to a fair, an event, a public fair event. He didn't have any sexual close contact with anyone else, let alone another homosexual male. But yet, boom, the fair sent notice out saying somebody's got monkeypox that was there. And then a few days later, he got monkeypox popping up on him and going through the hell. Some of y'all went to the fair yesterday in your area. You better hope and pray you don't get a notice. In fact, they ain't even going to do that. Most of them ain't even going to do that because they don't want to tie themselves or their event to being a place where people are contracting monkeypox. He got lucky. He got a warning. You know what I'm saying? So a few days later, after he received that warning, he started seeing some monkeypox pop up. He knew that he needed to immediately go to the doctor and seek help. Okay? So again, family, why did he and many other people are contracting this without close sexual or homosexual contact? Because two things. One, it is an airborne virus. It's not as airborne as the predator. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, here at One Brothas Mind, we call that thing that we can't talk about on YouTube that killed over 1 million people and counting. And we can't say those words on YouTube. We call it the predator. That thing we've been dealing with for over the last 2 years or so that's still taking people out. There was a brother that was in the previous Black Panther Party that just died from it just the other day, from the Predator. They're still taking people out, y'all. It's still here. Okay, but it's not as airborne or as the Predator is or was, but it still is airborne. According to their reports, the airborne droplets for the monkeypox are larger. So therefore, by sheer science and weight, they don't remain in the air for as long, but they are in the air. Second, the virus survives on surfaces, on clothing, materials. So when those droplets hit surfaces, they stay there for some time. Okay? As well as if you have, say, if you have the monkeypox and you got the germs or the virus on your hands or whatever, and you touch doorknobs or whatever, that virus is still there for a period of time. That's how you can go to a fair and get it. In addition, as you heard in the CNN report, there is an incubation period of up to about 2 weeks. So many people have the monkeypox right now today and they don't know it. Okay? They're not going to know it for approximately 2 weeks because it just doesn't show up. It incubates for about 2 weeks. So what are those people doing during that 2 weeks? They're going to work. They're going to fairs. They're going to the grocery store, touching and rubbing on everything, coughing, whatever, you name it. Okay? Then when they figure, when it starts, if it starts to actually show up on them as monkeypox, that's when they know. That's when they figure it out. Right? In addition to that, just like with the Predator, there are some people who are asymptomatic to the monkeypox. That means they have it, but they don't show symptoms. They don't get the blisters. They don't really get nothing. They may get a little cough, a little sore throat or something, and because they don't get all or none of the symptoms, they don't really associate it with monkeypox. So they just continue to do and go along with their normal life. That's another way you can get it without having to be so-called in the male homosexual community and having had recent close interactions with someone else in the male homosexual community, which as I told y'all from day one, they are lying about this. Okay. So this is how you can get it. So yeah. Again, I showed you a picture of a sister. She got it. How'd she get it? She's not in the male homosexual community. And there's many, many, many more reports out there of people that are not a part of the male homosexual community that are getting it. Stop the cap, y'all. Y'all better take this serious. And at the time of this report, they was talking about 4,000 cases. We're up to, in the U.S., as of this report, my report today, we're up to right at 6,000 cases, and that's confirmed. And as y'all learn with the Predator, there's the cases that are confirmed, and there's everybody else. So we actually could have anywhere from 2 to upwards to 5 times as many cases of monkeypox out here running around, up to from 2 to 5 times more than what they are saying is confirmed. But you gotta keep that in mind, family. Okay? So there are many more people running around that actually have it and are spreading around, coughing, touching surfaces, doorknobs, you name it. And you got to keep in mind, ever since the predator seemed to, at least thus far, seems to kind of relax some, most facilities and places of businesses and whatnot, schools, whatever, they've relaxed their sanitation protocols that they were maintaining during the predator. They had people wiping the doors off, the doorknobs off every few minutes, every so often, wiping everything down, spraying everything. They relaxed doing that, which is why now another virus, say monkeypox, can jump off and start hitting people. As I told people a long time ago, when the predator really hit hard, I said, we're going to have to just institute, and it'd be best if it comes from the government, from the president, but you're just going to have to institute brand new sanitation protocols nationwide. Everybody is required to do this. Every place of business, school, you gotta wipe your whole facility areas down, seats, doorknobs, handles, windows. You gotta wipe all your countertop, everything that has to be wiped down once every, pick a time, set a time. If it's once an hour, I don't know, whatever. We have to significantly enhance our protocols because, again, as y'all have learned, it's not just the predator that's out there trying to get us. You got the monkeypox. They found polio over in the UK sewer system. There's a new pericarditis or something that's getting newborn babies. There's something else I can't think right now. There's something else out there that's just jumping off too. It's getting people. It's viruses, y'all. Germs. So the only true and best practices is to escalate and elevate nationally really globally, but nationally, our sanitation protocols. So yes, wash your hands often. Okay? If you can't get right somewhere where you can wash your hands, keep your hand sanitizer with you. Use it when you go in. Use it while you in some place. Use it when you come out. Use it. You have to do everything you can as an individual to reduce the amount of times that you're carrying whatever kind of germs that you have on your hands and whatnot. Change your clothes, whatnot. And I mentioned this in a previous report. There's a lot of people that don't wash their butts every day. Y'all know what I want to say. Y'all say it. They don't. In fact, a while back, if y'all remember, there was a bunch of people admitting it just so happened to be most of the people that said they don't wash or take baths or showers every day was mostly white people, mostly Europeans. Just so happened to be there. I'm not saying that. I'm just going by what they said. Okay, so you got to understand what's going on, y'all. And on that note, if you remember history, sanitation historically has always been a problem with Europeans. Even like going back when they first came over here to the American continent or Turtle Island, when they first came over here, the natives had to teach them, hey man, y'all can't do this or that. They were defecating in one spot in a nearby body of water or river, and then downstream in that same body of water or river, they were getting their drinking water from it. And they couldn't figure out why they was dying. The natives had to tell, wait, what are y'all doing? Y'all can't do that. Hey, that's historical fact. Plus, that takes me to my next point. When they came over here to America, they brought a whole gang of new viruses and diseases with them that was wiping out the native population here in America. We literally, you talking about a version of the pox that they brought over here with them. It was wiping the natives out, right? So guess where a significant amount of these various viruses are coming from all of a sudden? You see it on your screen. Now, off the top, I tell all immigrants, especially those that are coming because the United States done jacked up their countries, done tore up their governments, and has got their stuff all jacked up where they can't live, thrive, and survive. If you can make it over here to the U.S. to try to for it to be a better opportunity and safer opportunity for you and your family, welcome, welcome, welcome. But what they should be doing is you see how on these images they just grouped up. There should be a second stage in the area. So when you come through the first gate, they hit you with all the tests for different viruses and the vaccines for a bunch of them. You got to get umpteen, like all the vaccines that they trying to pump into your kids going to school. You should have to get everyone when you come through the first gate, right? And then you go through the first gate. If you get those vaccines, and I forget, we're not supposed to say that word, the ooies, golly. You get the first ooies, the whole big old batch of them. Then you go to the second staging area, and you got to sit in that area or wait in that area for about 2, 3, 4 weeks. Because we got to see if you break out with anything, if you develop anything, if you have any adverse reactions or whatever the case may be. We got to make sure the ooies took effect and you still all right. Okay? Then if that goes through, then yes, you come on in. You got all the ooies now, so you ain't, and you didn't fall out, so you ain't bringing nothing in. I'm telling y'all, this is where it's coming, because you have to keep in mind, wherever people are coming from around the world, they do not have the same ooh-wee requirements or policies that we have had here in the U.S. over the years. So most of these people do not have the same ooh-wee records or history. Not that they're bad people or, anybody better than anybody else. No, it's, but the U.S. is in such a hurry, such a rush to bring all these different immigrants into the country, primarily because of greed, cheap slave labor, and easily confused or led to vote for this or that. The Dems or the Republicans easily twisted to get, more. That's why they're doing that. Those are the two main reasons: votes and cheap labor, slave labor. Okay, y'all? So this is why all these things is popping off all of a sudden. And of course, it's not just here in the U.S. This is globally. This stuff is happening. Why? Because immigration is happening, many for the same reasons that I mentioned, globally. Duh. It's not rocket science to figure this out. They sitting around on your mainstream media, not telling y'all this, not explaining this to people. In other words, lying. Okay? So, due to their racism, white supremacy, and arrogance and greed with immigration and their mainstream media reports, this monkeypox is going to keep doing what it's doing and most likely get worse. Okay? So, one more again. I'm going to break it down to you why this is all happening. The real reason. In Scripture, in the Bible, Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7 and 8. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences. You see it on your screen. And earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So just from this scripture alone is how I can just correctly tell y'all more of this stuff is coming and it's going to get worse. You ain't gonna be able to pretty much go nowhere. You're gonna have to wear gloves everywhere you go, or you with your hand sanitizer. That's another good suggestion. Wear gloves when you go out. Get you them boxes and you stack up on some gloves. Sometimes you go and you're gonna be around people, just wear gloves. So when you get ready to leave, you can just pull the gloves off, then wash your hands and then go. Or if you can't wash your hands, pull your gloves off, put your hand sanitizer on, then go. Okay? But at the same time, if you're wearing gloves and you touching somewhere, you touching everything, you can't be touching your face and around your eyes and stuff with the gloves on. But the gloves may help stop you from doing that because you realize or you remember, hey, I got gloves on. Don't touch my face. Don't scratch, don't rub. You see what I'm saying? So that's another potential option for you. But the viruses are here, y'all, and there's more here than that's being reported right now. We're just gonna figure this stuff out as people start dropping off and falling out. That's how we figure this stuff out. So again, y'all, like I said, I'm gonna try not to do no more reports on this, but because what done been said I don't need to keep repeating this. If you ain't heard this by now, if you ain't listening by now, you the problem. So don't cry and complain and when you or your chillin' come down with the monkeypox. Don't do that. And now they're at home screaming and hollering. They can't eat. The throat's all jacked up. They can't swallow. Fever. Whether you don't, because you had, especially if you watch the reports here at One Brothas Mind YouTube channel, you've had plenty of warning and time to adjust how you going out in public. Especially if you got small children, you literally you should have a nice medium-sized hand sanitizer bottle in your purse now. Man, something in your tube or something in your pocket. When you at an event or a gathering or whatever, just break it out. Boom, hit it. Hit everybody. Pop, 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 squirt, squirt, squirt. Everybody, rub it on. All right, cool. Put it back in your pocket. 30 minutes, for an hour later or whatever, do it again. Just keep doing it. Then wash your hands as soon as you get a chance. Okay? Make sure when you get home, take your showers. Take a bath. Wash y'all say it. Wash your apple. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. I just wanted to really show y'all this was a good example of how they are either lying or trying to hide. Now, if you just listen to this report and you weren't really paying attention, they focused on other things. in this report. But if you heard what they let slip out and you focused on that, it answers a lot of questions for you. Okay? So, again, y'all, I'm going to leave it there. Y'all let me know what you think on this. Are you making adjustments? Are you, this, you want this to be you? You better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing, man. Yup. Ooh, best stop playing for real. This ain't what you want. And as I mentioned once before, actually, in several of my previous monkeypox reports, this is the first STD, if you will, according to what they're saying, that actually is a visible sign of sin. Think about that. Now, just going by their theory, saying that it's basically an STD. If so, it's the first STD that has a visible sign of sin. You can't hide it, because if you get it, she can't hide that. Look at the screen. She can't hide that. I don't care what kind of makeup you try to put on. You can't hide that. Now, did this lady get it through some sort of sexual contact? Who knows? She may have, she may not. And that's why that's part of the lie, y'all. They're stigmatizing this thing, and it's a lie. Anybody can get this. And you can get it in a variety of ways. They're lying. Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, y'all better stop playing out here in these streets. And as scripture says, it's only the beginning. Okay, family? So, again, make sure you smash the like, share this video with all your peoples. And make sure you and your peoples are subscribed to One Brothas Mind, because we give you the information and facts you need. In fact, I just forgot to mention, the government just a couple days ago, they just announced that monkeypox is now a national state of emergency for monkeypox. I forgot to put that in there, but I knew that was coming eventually. And then they turn around when they say that, they immediately try to downplay it. Oh, it's just to, release extra resources. No. It's a state of emergency. So if the government's in a state of emergency, why are you not operating in a state of emergency? Okay, y'all. I'm going to leave it there. Let's chop it up in the comments on this. Make sure you smash the like, share, and subscribe, because we're trying to build the One Brothas Mind YouTube channel here. We're a small channel, and it's not because we're just a small channel. YouTube has us under a shadow ban. They're not showing this video and many of our other videos to everybody. This is how YouTube run their scam. They promote the videos that they want to promote. The videos that they don't, they not only not promote them, but they ban them from being seen or coming up in search results and all kind of stuff like that. But we can beat that shadow ban by you sharing the One Brothas Mind video reports on all your other social media, as well as make sure you and your peoples that appreciate the reports are subscribed. Okay? Because then when you're subscribed, you get all the videos. They come right to your video page. They can't block that, but you have to be subscribed. And make sure you turn on all notifications. So when we upload new content or do a new report, you get the notification. So you can be up to speed, because we try to give and do reports, with breaking information, breaking news as much as possible. So I'm going to leave it there, y'all. Again, let's chop it up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. What adjustments are y'all making? What do y'all think about this whole monkeypox situation? Yeah. Let me know. Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? Y'all don't think it's that serious? What? And if you don't think it's that serious, why not? Break it down for me. Drop it in the comments. Okay, y'all. And this concludes this broadcast for One Brothas Mind. We thank you for joining us. And as a part of the new Black media, B1 choices are mandatory and being on code is required. But never fear, Yeshua the Christ is with you always. Shalom.